you have more followers on all the social media aspects than all the Olympians combined. So how does that feel though for somebody like yourself who came up in this business, came into the IFBB Pro League, and you kind of all of a sudden felt yourself as this world-renowned influencer, and I use that term because you are the very essence of an influence, but what does that do here? What does that do to your heart to know that you are so beloved by people all over the world?
Really tough question to hit me with a hard question to start. It's hard to explain what all that means to me. I never ever expected the impact that would have came from this, either on my own life or the life of others. I think coming out of bodybuilding to retirement now, I think what I learned from the people who have done it right is they learned that from their journey it was about the man that they became along the way, more so than just about the journey. And I always haven't wanted to always be someone who preached too much. I wanted to just take action and do something, and over time I realized that action is what was having an impact on others. And I feel like the impact bodybuilding had on my life was it was like a young kid who was lost and had no idea what he was doing. And through the circumstance of so many things out of your control, bodybuilding gives you something that is very in your control. You're putting in food into your mouth, you're training, sleeping, and recovering. Find like a path to move forward, even if you don't know where you're going, at least you have a direction. And then you work really hard at that, and through that you find meaning and purpose. And I think through doing that and sharing my story, the impact I never imagined I would have had was now retiring and taking off the selfish lens of my own career and hearing from others. The amount of time people are like, I felt lost in my life and I didn't know what to do, but seeing the passion and the drive you put into something and what you've made from that, whether or not you knew it was going to come from the beginning, but just deciding to work your ass off on something and improve. A lot of young men, I usually say young men because that's who I speak to more often, but young people feel very lost. And in taking control of the small things you can take control of, you find meaning, you find purpose, you create direction. The Olympia gave me a stage to do that, to share, to have millions of people to follow me. And I feel like in one side of the coin, I'm probably the worst person to have that. Because I still get anxious when people look at me. It's like I don't want the attention, I kind of want to be in the background. But I also think it allowed me just to be myself and for people to appreciate me taking a journey for myself and sharing what I was learning about myself along the way so that they can take that and learn what they need to about themselves. So it's been a hell of a journey, and I'm just super grateful I had that experience, and I found bodybuilding and I had the Olympia stage to do it, because there's no greater gift than having a purpose where you can work every single day as hard as you can to be the best possible version of yourself. And not many people get that gift, and I'm just super grateful.